Grammy Award-winning recording artist and actor Michelle Williams opening up and sharing never-before-told stories behind her iconic career. In her new memoir, Checking In, How Getting Real About Depression Saved My Life and Can Save Yours, the musician dives into her battle with depression among her fame. And she joins us now live here on Cheddar News. Michelle, such a pleasure to have you here. Your journey has led to really your true calling here, and that's an advocate for mental health. Let's talk about why this was so important to really tell your story when it came to your mental health.
Well, I felt, I could help people articulate what I didn't, how things, look at me having trouble talking, tongue is tied already. It was me trying to give people language to what they had been going through as well. I didn't have language for it when I started feeling the symptoms of depression in the 7th grade. I didn't know it was depression back then. I didn't have an official diagnosis until I was in my 30s.
So I want to talk about some of the passages in your book because they're incredibly revealing and very raw about the things that you went through. One of them that really caught my eye, you say in the book, I stopped talking about what was going on with me, current me, now me. I had stopped checking in, so I was preparing to check out. Somehow, only God can explain how. I picked up the phone. I don't feel safe. Then I said the strongest 3 words a person can say, I need help. Michelle, why was it so hard to admit here that you needed help here?
Well, for those words, it was not checking in with the current me, because everyone loves what you're about, what you're doing, the past points you put on the board. And it's like, gosh, can I really tell people, how I'd been feeling and things that I'd been going through? Because I didn't want people to think I wasn't grateful or happy for success and my dreams coming true. And so, sometimes you can also overthink and overprocess instead of just saying, let me talk to somebody about it.
Absolutely. And speaking about the success, I mean, this is an amazing passage also. You write, in my 20s, while I was still in Destiny's Child, I remember telling someone on our team at the time, hey, I feel like I might be depressed. And he was like, what do you have to be depressed about? Michelle, how difficult really was it for you to sort of move past comments like that? Because I'm sure you've got it a lot to really then focus in on yourself at the time.
Yeah. And then following that question, I can't remember where that question came in about, but it was like, wait a minute, Destiny's Child, y'all just signed a major deal. You're about to go on tour. Y'all have Barbie dolls. And so I was like, oh my gosh, all that is factual. You are right. And so I was like, well, maybe I'm just tired. Maybe I'm homesick. I was a little bit of that too, but all of which was named, I was grateful and thankful for, but it still didn't um soothe that dull ache that was in my body, that was in my heart. And so I want people to know that yes, we can seek out these things, we can chase money, we can chase fame, and we can chase success, and let me tell you something, it'll help you pay some bills on time, but at the end of the day, it really won't help with that pain and trauma that you've been dealing with, that you've suppressed over the years, because it will come out one way or another.
Absolutely. And you also stress really the importance of really checking in here. Who do you advise people to check in with? And what do you mean by that?
Thank you so much. Great question. Well, in checking in, I just go by the 3 pillars of checking in with myself, checking in with others, and checking in with God. It's like a 3-legged chair, if you will. And if you have a chair, and whether it's a 3-legged chair, a 4-legged chair, or these new modern chairs, you might have 10 legs on the chair. But when one of those legs is missing, it's unstable. You can't put weight on it. You can't put pressure on it, and you fall, and it's just not stable. It's a little rocky. So those are my 3 pillars, if you will: checking in with self, checking in with others, and checking in with God. And I noticed if I'm putting too much emphasis on one and not really balancing it out, I find myself feeling rocky, not strong. I find myself wanting to cave in to pressure.
That's an interesting analogy to sort of look at the world that way by just the legs on the chair. That's really interesting. Michelle, I want to talk about the role friends play in a lot of this because you posted recently on Insta. By the way, for those of us who are obsessed with Destiny's Child, we love this. You have Kelly Rowland, you have Beyonce, you're all essentially together, and you wrote on Instagram, "Look who checked in yesterday with me." What sort of role do you feel like friends play in this process as well? Not just not them checking in, but just having them around in terms of your mental health.
Absolutely. It's awesome to have safe friends. And what is a safe friend? A person who won't be so judgmental, but will hold you accountable. A friend who can, help walk you through some of your toughest moments. Everybody has friends when you're rocking and rolling, but sometimes when you have to take a step back and things seem a little down for you, it's good to have friends that can be like, girl, I got your back. I love you. You don't ever feel like you can't tell us what's going on with you, and vice versa.
I love that. Michelle, with the minute or so I have left with you, so many people watching this are inspired by your story, your success in your career, but also your authenticism of what you've gone through. What advice do you have for those out there who are struggling with their mental health and just don't know where to go right now?
You know what? There's no time like ever before to just say, I'm not okay with the pain and trauma. Even if you've had a good life, it's okay to process little things that even might have seemed normal, but it was dysfunctional. And we don't have to carry that pain and trauma and dysfunction into the next generation. And so it is okay to help you process transition. It's okay to help somebody just help you process pain. It's really okay. And those words that I need help or I'm not okay, those are the strongest words that a man or a woman, or however you identify, can ever say.
Absolutely. So well said. Michelle, such a pleasure to have you here on Cheddar News. That is artist and actor Michelle Williams. You see her memoir right there, Checking In, How Getting Real About Depression Saved My Life and Can Save Yours. It is available everywhere right now. Thank you so much, Michelle.